What is up, Karatics? Welcome back to the series where I build popular movie/TV show vehicles using cars in GTA Online. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what movie/TV show car you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next build video. As always, the playlist to the movie/TV show vehicles I've done so far will be down below in the pinned comments as well. Now again guys, remember that I do have a separate series for the Fast and Furious cars. So again, this movie/TV show series is for the other popular movie vehicles. So in today's video, we're going to be building the Aston Martin DB10 from the James Bond film Spectre, starring Daniel Craig. An absolutely incredible film. Honestly, all of the James Bond films from Daniel Craig were fantastic, but anyways, the car was actually built especially for the movie by Aston Martin, and only 10 of them were actually made. Now, the car we're going to be using for this build is the Dewbauchee Specter, which not only has the same name as the movie, but it is also primarily based on the Aston Martin DB10, so that's Rockstar's direct reference there. This car is available from the Benny's website for just under $600,000, which I think is honestly an insanely good deal. Also, let me know if you guys want to see the Jaguar CX-75 in the next movie/TV show series build. I'd love to replicate that one next, but anyways, let's go ahead and start the build for the Aston Martin DB10 from the movie Spectre. Alright, DB10 from Spectre, let's do it. Alright, so obviously we're not going to do the Spectre custom wide body upgrade because the car from the movie wasn't a wide body, it was a normal DB10, so I'm gonna skip that. As always, I'm gonna do full max armor and performance mods internally. So in terms of the front bumper, the car didn't have, a crazy front splitter. It has basically, a simple one, kind of like the stock one here, so you want to keep this stock. Rear bumper, we have a tow hook, which the real car didn't have, so I want to skip that too. Engine will max out. Exhaust. Now, the real car did have a round exhaust tips, but it didn't have 4 exhaust tips like this. It was just, 2 individual ones, but this is definitely closer than the stock, so we'll do that. Lights, we'll do some xenons. Or you can also keep it stock, it really doesn't matter. But the lights were, they were nice and blue in the movie, but stock or xenon is fine. It's up to you. I'm going to go with the xenon personally. Plate. So the car in the film, the plate was DB10, which I think is awesome, space AGB. So I went ahead and made that here, DB10 space AGB. And then for the background, it was a simple white background, so I kind of want to tie that into here, keep it as simple of a plate as possible, and the most simple one is going to be the SA exempt plate, blue on white 3, so that's what I'm going to put on there. There you go. I almost backed out there. Respray. So for this one, there's a lot of different ways you can go with this one. You can obviously go with a custom crew color. You can go a metals brushed aluminum is also a really nice color option too, even though it's a bit too metals bright for my taste for this specific car. Personally, to me, I think the closest is going to be a normal silver metallic and a ice white pearlescent, which it already comes with. So that's going to be the color there, at least in my opinion, is a normal metallic silver with the ice white pearl that it comes with. Continuing to secondary color, that's actually the interior. So the real car, it had like gray/silver stitching. It wasn't really anything special. So for this, I'm just going to go with the silver stitching there. You can also go with the bluish silver if you want it a bit brighter, but I'm going to go with the silver stitching there. Crew emblem for this car is actually kind of funny. Look at the placement of this. I don't think I've ever seen that in GTA. That's kind of funny. It's like way down there. That's really weird. Anyways, side skirts, you want to skip this. The real car didn't have any, massive side skirt with fins or anything like that. You want to keep that stock. Spoiler upgrade, the car didn't have a spoiler, so you want to keep that stock as well. Suspension. This one's personal preference. I mean, the car did sit pretty high. It didn't sit that low, even though a suspension option on this car barely makes a difference, but I'm going to keep it stock. Transmission. Turbo is up to you if you want to put it. The car, goes a bit quicker, so we'll do that. Wheels. So I've seen a lot of people that do this build, they actually keep the stock wheels. But I mean, yeah, this one has, you know, the Dewbauchee logo in the center cap, which is nice, you know, kind of like the Aston Martin logo on the real car. But I feel these wheels just have too much going on. They're kind of like twin spokes. Just personally, I think we can get a little bit more of a simple wheel on here. So we're gonna go here to, I've looked through all of these already. We're gonna go to the sport category, and we're gonna go to chrome, and we're gonna throw on here the S racers, these right here. So personally, I think these are the closest in game. The ground rides also look pretty good. They have kind of like those sharp spokes. However, it does have a lip, which I don't like. The real car doesn't have that. I mean, I do like the lip, but the real car doesn't have that. The spokes kind of go all the way to the edge of the wheel. So personally, I think S Racer out of all wheels is going to be the closest. But you could also go with the stocks if you want the logo in the center. But I feel like, to me, these are going to be the closest. You can also do alloy color for these. However, the real wheels were like a brushed aluminum look on the spokes with black on the edges of the spokes. So obviously we can't do that in GTA. And the wheel all black wouldn't look right. And in alloy it's just too dark. So that's why I went with chrome. S Racers, to me, those are going to be the closest. So we'll do that. Again, you can also go with stock. That's fine too, up to you. But personally, I think the simpler look of the S Racers is the way to go. Wheel color, all that, well, it's already chrome, you can't do that, but you want to skip all this. If you want to do bulletproof tires, you can do that too. Windows, so the car didn't really have any tints. They were just, you know, they were tintless windows. If you wanted to look a bit more realistic, personally, I think it's better to go light smoke, just so we don't have that fishbowl, you know, look. I think these windows are just way too clear, so I'm just gonna go with a light smoke on there. And that's pretty much it. Alright, exit to ground, take it for a drive. A pretty simple build, but in all fairness, you know, you don't have to, you're not forced to buy the Benny's variant. This car is only 600,000. I think that's just so cheap for such a good looking car. I mean, this thing is just absolutely gorgeous, and Rockstar literally called it Spectre as the name, as a reference to the one for the movie. It's just awesome. Absolutely love this car. Give us some throttle here. Sounds great. Floor it. And the tires in the back are nice and wide. Just looks so good. Go. Full speed here. Yeah, I mean, it's decently quick. This car is like a mid-pack sports car. So, you know, it's not crazy fast, but it's decently competitive around the middle of the class. Yeah, this color, when the sun hits it directly, just brightens up a lot with that ice white pearl. Just looks really good. Around these cars here. Brakes. The handling, it's decent, you know. Obviously, it really needs that spoiler upgrade to handle better. But even without it, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's very manageable, very predictable. It doesn't, you know, snap oversteer on you. I mean, you don't have to be, you know, an insanely good driver to drive this thing quick. It's very manageable, and you can, of course, you can mid-drive it. Love, love, love this car. To me, the thing about this car is just the styling. It is so beautiful. The Benny's custom variant is obviously really nice with that wide body too, but this car, even the base one, I mean, just look at the lines on this thing, and the back still has like a subtle wide body to it. I mean, it's just a really, really good looking car. And that plate turned out amazing. I'm definitely gonna keep that on there. Alright, I guess let's pull over, open all the doors and stuff. I haven't opened the engine bay of this thing, I think, since it came out, so it's been a while. Alright, let's see what we got here. The sun hitting the hood there, very nice. Okay, vehicle doors. Let's go all, and... What? Okay, I would have sworn the hood opened on this car. I guess not. I guess not. So, what? So the hood doesn't open. What? And the trunk doesn't open either. So it's literally just the doors. Okay, I guess now I can see why it's cheaper. I guess that makes sense. Huh. That is so weird. Okay. Okay, Rockstar. Okay. All right. Well, that's disappointing. But you know what? It doesn't matter. The car, it's gorgeous. I think it's very fairly priced. I personally think it's very well worth it, especially in the current GTA economy. I think for 600,000, even with upgrades, you're in what, like 800K max, fully upgraded wheels, everything. Probably even a little less, like 750, somewhere around there. I mean, you're well under $1 million. I think it's 100% worth it. Even if you get the Benny's variant, what, it's 600 plus 250-ish, you're at 850. You know, if you're relatively conservative with the upgrades, I mean, you can still have the custom version under $1 million. I think that's well worth it. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and of course, definitely let me know down below in the comments what movie/TV show build you want to see me do next, and I'll see you in the next one.